And yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Convos with the Mom's Favorites with host Mo and Greg. I am Mo.
I am Greg.
And we are back. We are back as the dynamic duo is back with another episode for who?
The people.
The people. Uncle G, how are you?
I am good, nephew. How are you doing?
I am doing great. It is so great to have you back. It is just so great to have you back.
I am so glad to be here.
Sitting across from me.
So glad to be back.
It's so great to have you back, man. I was like, I was like, what a weekend.
Yeah, I know.
I know. What a weekend.
I know.
I
picked a bad weekend to be sick, y'all. Yeah. I mean, it was horrible, but
and I played this. This is for you because this is exactly how I felt when, given how when I talked to you when you called me on Thursday, and now you just. Right. This is how you felt.
What do we say to the god of death?
not the name.
That's just, that's just how I felt.
Thank you, sir.
That's just how I felt,
I got you.
I'm so very happy that you are back.
I'm back, y'all.
And that you are back because we are here to talk about things and stuff.
And stuff and things.
And things and stuff.
Yes,
and
yes.
like I said, OMG.
Oh, goodness. I think that just made me feel better when I lead in. Do the lead in.
Oh my goodness, what a weekend.
Oh gosh.
What a weekend.
Do the lead. Yes.
Because Deadpool and Wolverine came out. If you have not gone to see that movie, please do yourself a favor and go see it.
Yes.
That is all I'm going to say because you have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
Because you were on the mend, and I understand that.
Yeah.
So, and once you have seen it, please do go back and check out the review. It is up. It is live. Please go check that out once you've seen the movie. But also taking place this weekend was San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
And if we're being honest, it is the Comic-Con.
Yeah. It's the Comic-Con.
To put it in Step Brothers terms, it's the Catalina wine mixer. It's New York Comic-Con is cool.
It's good, but it's not
everything
like
San Diego Comic-Con sets the tone for the year.
Yeah. For real.
And so, first of all, just shout out. Let's just take a quick rewind. Shout out to Deadpool and Wolverine for making, I think they are the 6th highest grossing opening weekend film of all time.
Wow.
They are at number 6.
Wow, that's crazy.
They opened with 438 million.
Wow.
Opening weekend. As well as they are the the highest grossing R-rated movie.
Yeah, I had read that. I had heard that.
Yes, they are the highest grossing R-rated movie. So just, quick shout out to them for doing that. But at San Diego Comic-Con, we got some of the biggest, wildest, and incredible news ever. And that is...
And unless you've been living under a rock.
You know what's crazy? Before we actually get into it, right?
Okay.
The way my phone was blowing up.
Really?
Saturday evening. Once the news dropped. Like, I saw it, right? I got the notification from the Hollywood Reporter, and that's how I knew it was real. I didn't even see it on social media. I got a notification from the Hollywood Reporter.
I think that's where I got mine from.
And it was like, for those of you who don't know, RDJ is returning to the MCU to play Doctor Doom.
Wow.
Mind blowing right there.
Mind blowing. Absolutely, positively Mind blowing, man.
And I should have done just a little research to figure out which episode where we said that we thought that,
that was
Dr. Doom could be the route.
that
And,
was going to, that should be the direction.
that should be the direction they head in.
Go. Yep.
But we definitely
said it
we
first.
said it.
We said it first.
Because it seemed to be like, for a while, once Jonathan Majors was out as Kang, it was like, holy crap, what do we do now?
Yeah. The Kang thing was not going to happen.
And what a way to rebound from that to get fans excited about. I think you would have had fans excited by saying Dr. Doom, right?
Just Dr. Doom.
Just Dr. Doom, period. Is as the big bad.
Yeah.
You would have fans excited and like losing their minds and ready to go crazy.
This is going to bring in the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. This was going to do a whole lot.
It's going to bring in
a
all
whole
that.
lot of stuff.
But to cast Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, I think it's even more mind blowing,
Oh my
especially
God.
given, right? Because people are like, how is that going to happen? Well, I'm glad you asked, because apparently there is a comic thread line where Iron Man becomes Dr. Doom.
There is, because I just saw something about it not too long ago on, I forgot where I was looking, and they mentioned it. I forgot to send you the article.
Yeah.
I forgot to send it to you.
Where they mentioned
Yes.
that Dr. Doom,
Yep.
like Iron Man, becomes Dr. Doom. So
Wow.
there goes your story
Wow. That's crazy.
written for you already.
That's crazy. That's going to be crazy. That is going to be absolutely insane.
Yes. And right, the great part is it's Robert Downey Jr., right? So I know for a fact he is going to take a most beloved hero and turn a switch and turn him into the most beloved villain.
Yeah. That's going to be, oh God, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I
kept going back. I kept going back to it. When is this being? When are they doing this? When is this being released? And I believe this tentatively 2026.
2026 is Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
And then in 2027, we're getting Avengers Secret Wars. So excited.
Yes.
I'm really excited. But there's always a but. And I'm starting to hate that I always see a but and that I can never just
Enjoy the moment.
Yes. Yes. I want to get back to that. You know what I mean? Where I can just be excited as like all the other fans and just, enjoy the moment.
But that's what we do.
Right. Because
yeah.
as great as this is, right? Robert Downey Jr. is the perfect pick to play Dr. Doom. Do not get me wrong. Dr. Doom is the perfect pivot point from Kang to handle the MCU.
Yep.
Do not get me wrong. But hiring Robert Downey Jr. lets me further know that you do not have faith in anyone currently in the MCU to carry it forward. Hero or villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That lets me know that if you're bringing back another member of the Big Six
Yep.
to carry this thing forward, you don't have faith in it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have faith in the ability to tell compelling stories going forward.
I think, I think that's, again, it's a draw. It's a draw.
Yes.
It's a draw.
Absolutely.
Because, again, they already know you put Downey back in any capacity, is going to be a draw.
You're doing triple digits opening weekend.
Yeah. It's a done deal. And so it's, even though I'm sure they tried to kind of like veer away from that, it just wasn't going to work.
It wasn't going to work.
Wasn't going to work. When, you know what? Here's the thing. I'll tell you when it will work. It'll work when the fans are tired of him. And we're not.
And we're not yet.
We're not tired of him yet.
We're not.
We're not tired. We're still, he's still got some mileage
Yes.
Yeah, he still got some mileage.
Yes.
When-
Greg, I need you to go see Deadpool like once we finish recording.
I should run right out and see
Yeah,
it.
you should just run right out and go see this as soon as we finish recording because there's a joke in that movie. Fits perfectly right here.
Really?
Fits perfectly right here.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of, believe it or not, a lot of that Deadpool movie, he's making fun of the current state of just Marvel as a whole.
Really?
Yes, it's great. It's great. And as you can see, I saw Deadpool 3 times this weekend.
Wow, that's crazy.
3 times.
Now let me ask you a question. With each time you saw it, did you catch something that you didn't catch before?
Yes.
Okay. So then it was good. Then it was
Yes.
good.
Yes.
All right.
But it was one of those, not something major really. It was just,
Like little things.
there was a joke I got to hear the second time that I didn't hear because I was laughing at a joke previously.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But I went to see it 3 times, 3 different theaters, 3 different times a day. And I was unable to get a popcorn bucket.
Wow. I think they're stashing them, man. I think they're stashed.
You would think. So because that's what I thought. Again, I have a plug. I hit up my plug
Okay.
and said, "Hey, I need one of these." They weren't able to help me
Oh my gosh.
because there was literally no more. What they said was that people,
We're buying them in advance or something?
yes, people with movie tickets for
Gotcha.
Friday evening were at the movie theaters on Thursday just to buy popcorn buckets.
Wow. Okay. All right. I was like, how are they selling? How are they selling out? You already know that there's going to be however many. Like, so in other words, if for a movie of that stature, you order 300 popcorn buckets, then you know for a movie for that kind of movie, you need to order 6 to double that.
Right, at least.
You need to at least double that. And double it with the comfort of knowing you are going to sell out.
Yes. And I think that's like ridiculous. If your movie ticket isn't for today,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be able to buy the popcorn. You shouldn't be able to go in and buy the popcorn bucket. What are you doing? Like, if you're not coming to see a movie currently, you should not be able to walk in and buy a popcorn bucket for a movie that you are not currently going to see.
Yeah.
Because then it's not a fair opportunity
To everybody else.
to everyone else. Because what if, because I would have liked to have seen it on Thursday too, but what was I doing Thursday? I was at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, people have jobs, people have jobs, people have lives
Yeah. They have other stuff going on.
and other stuff going on, but they still want
The popcorn
a
bucket.
popcorn bucket, and it should be like an available thing. It should just be more accessible. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. And if you have,
And then you probably have those people that came in and bought more than one.
yes. And then because I went on when we went Friday evening to go see it, and we didn't get one at the movie theater. I went on eBay.
Oh yeah. How much was they selling it for?
I saw some were the cheapest one I saw was $100.
Yeah. Yep. See?
Because again, this movie, all they announced was the first one. Was the one Wolverine, the Wolverine popcorn bucket was the one that was announced. Come to find out, there was a plethora of different buckets
Oh wow.
that you could get.
Okay.
Because there was the one that was announced, the Wolverine bucket, the very first one that was announced. There was a Wolverine bucket. There was there was a baby Deadpool in a movie theater seat.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a popcorn bucket?
That's a popcorn bucket.
Okay.
It was a popcorn bucket with the bottle attached to it, like a water bottle.
Wow. Okay.
But then there was also just the regular 10 with the Deadpool and Wolverine logo on that. There was also Dopender's Taxi Cab.
Okay.
Was an available popcorn bucket as well. And then I even saw there was like a tin with a popcorn bucket that had a base attached with a mini Deadpool and Wolverine figure attached to it.
Wow.
And then they also had special edition cups that were also available.
Okay.
All of that is gone.
All of that sold out?
All of that sold out.
Really? Okay.
Which clearly means you did not plan ahead.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, man, because I was expecting, right? I was expecting to at least get one. At least one.
Yeah.
Because sure, the movie came out Thursday evening, right? But I'm like, not many people go see, there are those die hard fans go see it Thursday evening. But for the masses, it's like the movie is out Friday.
Technically, so everybody else is considering Friday to be the release.
So
date.
I'm like, cool. Me and Will went to see it Friday morning at 10 o'clock.
Oh, y'all, you and Will went and saw it early?
We went and saw it Friday morning at 10 o'clock. I was like, at least then, I was expecting to be able to get a popcorn bucket. No. It was so. I said, it's 10 in the morning.
No, they had no type of popcorn bucket.
They did. Not for Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have a single, completely sold out of Deadpool buckets. They had a bunch left for A Quiet Place. I don't think those buckets are moving because you can get those buckets still today everywhere. And then they had a bunch of Twister buckets.
Okay.
But Deadpool it's all out. And I'm like, come on. So then I figured, you know what? I got a plug. It's the perks of having a plug to get the things.
Yeah, that you can't get on.
That you can't usually get on regular. Plug was out.
Wow.
So that was very sad. Very.
Did you ask your plug? Are they going to get any more?
Yes, I did, and they are on the lookout. Okay. They let me know that should more arrive,
they will hook you up.
That one's going to be put to the side for me.
Okay, cool.
I said thank you. Yeah. God bless you.
Because your timing just seems to be off. You just seem not. You don't get there at the time. You weren't getting there at the time the new shipment came in.
Right. And I'm like, bro, it was very sad. It was very sad.
Man.
But the movie was good because it's like, it was fine, right? Because I don't eat popcorn. I'm not a big popcorn
me neither.
person. So I will never purposely buy a large popcorn. But for a bucket, a one-of-a-kind movie bucket, I will buy a large popcorn.
Yeah. Now, do you have to buy a large popcorn in order to get the bucket?
Yes.
Oh.
Because that's the size of the popcorn bucket.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you could just get the bucket separate and not have to put popcorn in it.
Nah, I think that only happened at one time where dude didn't really. He was trying not to have to do extra work. Because we went. I don't even remember what movie we went to see, but there was the Blue Beetle bucket.
Okay.
It was like a stack of them when we went, and I was like, I'll get it once we leave the movie. And then we left the movie, and they were gone.
Wow.
And I was like, crap, I should have got it before we saw the movie. But then there was one left, but it was one of the buckets that they used to have a bunch of stuff in it. Like the employees were using it to hold their stuff. And I walked up and I was like, hey, that bucket right there, if I wanted to buy that bucket right there, what do I need to do? And he was like, I would have to talk to a manager. I was like, cool, get him. Because he definitely said he'd have to get a manager, as if that was going to say, oh, okay. As if I was going to say, oh, okay, never mind. He was like, I'd have to get a manager. I said, cool, get him. Get him. And the manager came over. He was like, what's up? I was like, I want that bucket. And he was like, oh, that's it? And he was like, yeah, can we give it to him? He was like, yeah. I literally just had to go to the kiosk, buy a large popcorn bucket, and then come back with the receipt.
Oh, okay.
And then he gave it to me, and then it was funny. He went to go fill it with popcorn. I said, you don't have to do that. I said, I already saw the movie. I'm here to see. You don't have to fill that. Just give me the bucket.
give me the bucket.
And so I can go home. And he gave me the bucket. And I was like, see, that was super easy. Like, all you had to say was buy a large popcorn. It wasn't, all that difficult. Oh. But these are some of the lengths and things that I'm willing to go through.
To get the bucket.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
to get the bucket. Especially because my plug live out of state.
Yeah, I know. Because then they got to mail it to you.
Mm-hmm. My plug live out of state. But back to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
Because it was, I love those defiant people who go to San Diego Comic-Con, and when they say no phones, they never listen. Because at San Diego Comic-Con, they showed the trailer for the Fantastic Four.
No.
Yes. So I'm guessing you haven't seen it.
No, because I didn't.
That movie's gonna be great.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Did they get it? You think they got it right this time?
Yeah.
You really do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think based off the trailer that the wonderful person was able to capture footage of, they got it right.
Okay.
And they are also rectifying a wrong that the Fantastic Four with Chris Evans got wrong.
Which was?
In that Galactus is the big bad for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But he's not this big evil space cloud.
Yeah. Yeah.
That they did in Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
He's not this big world-eating space cloud.
Yeah.
He's an actual person. Still like giant, large person, but he is a person.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really
excited. They showed Galactus?
Yes. Not full body, but they did show his head peering through a window.
Now, do you think they've already snatched that off the?
Probably, but I will check.
Yeah, I'll check.
I will check after this is over, and if I find it, I will definitely send it to you. And then once you see it, you have to, with haste, watch that immediately. with haste, you have to, watch that immediately.
I had been reading stuff about it, and I thought they were really just filming it. I didn't know that they were even that far enough into filming it to have released enough, have enough in it that they could release a
trailer for it. Yeah, apparently so.
As long as they don't do it, don't do me like they did the last one. That one was horrible and nasty. It was just nasty.
I'd like to forget that movie ever happened.
And it made my head hurt. Yeah, it was nasty. Left a bad taste in my mouth.
It really did.
Yeah, and I never watched. And to date, I have never watched. I watched it once, and I said I'd never watch it again, and have not watched it.
I did.
Nah,
I did.
Can't.
Once. Actually, it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
it was a couple weeks ago.
I run across it on television all the time. I just can't.
Yeah, and that was the only reason. I was just channel surfing, and there was nothing else on.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, because everybody who knows me knows, Sundays, unless there is a special event going on, all of my Sundays are the same. I get up, I go to church, I come home, I take a nap.
Yeah, that's my Sunday too.
I take a nap. So what I've been doing is, to help me go to sleep, after once I come home and take a nap, I will put on a movie that I've seen before.
Yep.
And I don't mind falling asleep on.
Yep. That's exactly what I do.
Yeah, I will put on a movie that I don't mind falling asleep on. And so that's what I did. I put that on because I'm going to be knocked out.
You know that's right.
But surprisingly, I ended up watching the entire thing.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Wow.
Still hate it.
Yeah.
Still very much hate it. But
it didn't put you to sleep.
It didn't put me to sleep. No, it didn't put me to sleep. I had to put something else on. But yeah. The other Fantastic Four movies though, the ones right before that, I really like those.
No,
movies.
those
they weren't,
movies.
They weren't
great, but they were good.
They weren't bad,
No, no, they were watchable. I enjoyed watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Also, I definitely want to talk about this. I was like prepping notes for like the next pod. There's a new bundle out
Okay.
for streaming services. Have you seen it?
No. What's this one?
You can now buy a bundle for Hulu, Disney Plus,
Yes.
and Max.
Yeah, I did see that.
I said, so cable.
Exactly. Do I really need if
You're giving me
you're giving me all of that?
cable.
Yeah.
You're giving me cable.
Yeah.
Like, when does it end?
Yeah. When does it end?
Because no one told you, if we're being honest about it, no one told any of you Hulu's fine because that wasn't that wasn't its own thing. Where like Disney had all of their stuff on Hulu and Netflix like split apart. Nobody told you to pull all of your material from those platforms and to create your own platform. And I'm like, what are we doing here? And you got Max now.
Yep.
And I'm like, which, if I'm being honest about it, I'm already struggling with because other than House of the Dragons and My Adventures with Superman, there's not much over there that I'm watching anyway.
Exactly. That I'm religiously watching on Max. The only thing I'm religiously watching is House of the Dragon.
It's House of the Dragon.
That's it. That is it. Most of the movies that are on there, I can watch them someplace else.
Yes,
They're
because
usually
it's
playing
like,
someplace
now
else.
don't get me wrong. Max usually gets them first. Right? They get like the big blockbuster movies first.
Because they're just released over the weekend. They had.
But if you just, as previously stated, if you wait just a little bit longer, they're not gonna stay on Max.
Nope.
They're gonna move somewhere else.
And when we say a little bit longer, we're not talking like months.
Yeah.
We're talking like weeks.
Weeks. Just wait a little bit longer and somebody else is gonna get it.
Yep.
So like, what am I keeping Max for? Hulu is getting a very small pass because we have Hulu Live TV instead of cable.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And we already had the Disney Plus Hulu bundle. Because
just where you already had that.
Yeah, I already had it. Because it was the three. It was Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus.
Yeah. But now it's Hulu, Disney Plus. Is it ESPN? No, is it?
No.
No. It's
I'm not sure if they have. I think Hulu and ESPN Plus have like parted ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, currently it's now with this new bundle.
Yeah, you can get a bundle for Hulu, Max, and Disney Plus. It's like $17 a month.
Wow. So it's like, well, what do I need?
And it's really, honestly, I don't like it because they've already integrated Hulu into Disney Plus, and Disney Plus on its own, because of all that Disney has purchased, was already a difficult app to navigate, in my opinion.
With Disney, really?
Disney Plus, because it was just, how do I find what I'm looking for when I have so many places to go to get to what I want?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I feel really old in saying this.
Good.
I feel really old when I'm saying this, but I don't like to have to do much when I'm navigating through apps to find the content that I'm looking for.
Exactly.
I like it to be very simple.
Very
If we're
simple.
being honest, this is why I have an iPhone instead of an Android, because Androids, right, I will never admit here on this public platform is a better device. But I just love the simplicity of my iPhone.
Really?
Yes. It's not a lot of menus. We don't have to, do too much in the way of anything.
Speaking of phones,
Did you not bring yours?
I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, but never mind. I digress.
But yeah, like it feels too complicated. And now that they've added all that Hulu has to offer to Disney Plus, it just makes it really, really, really just a convoluted app to use, in my personal opinion. And then now that we have Max joining the party, I'm almost positive they're going to put Max stuff on there too. So now it's like, fam, do I even need these other apps?
Exactly. It's almost like with Paramount now. Now you get Paramount, you get CBS, Paramount, CBS,
And Showtime.
and now Showtime.
Honestly, that's not bad.
No, not at all.
Because Showtime, the Showtime app has always sucked. Mm-hmm. Like the streaming app, the Showtime streaming app it's never been good.
Okay.
In my personal opinion. Like, it was never good.
I never used it.
Yeah.
I had Showtime with my cable package.
Oh yeah, we did too, but it was like there was a separate app. Like, this is when I like just had the app on my phone. Like, you could get the app on your phone, log in through your cable provider, and watch all of the content through that. I never liked the interface on Showtime. So to have all of that stuff available on Paramount Plus, as well as CBS, because I'm a FBI guy. I watch all of them. FBI, Internet. It's my mother's fault because she watches them. She was watching them first, and it was funny because she watched at the time FBI and FBI Most Wanted.
Okay.
She didn't like FBI International, which I still don't understand because they're the FBI. How are you operating internationally? They're not based in the United States at all. So how exactly is that working? Doesn't that like switch to the CIA? But that's neither here nor there. FBI International, she was waiting, but how they did it was FBI came on first, International came on second, and then Most Wanted came on third. So you kind of had to either watch International to get to Most Wanted, or you had to find something else to watch in order to get to Most Wanted. So she had it on, and as I was watching it, I started to like International. The episode I saw, I really liked. So I'm like, okay, I want to know what's happening next on this show. But now I watch all three. We watch all three. So the fact that I can go to Paramount Plus and watch all of those without commercials, because commercials are the devil.
They are of Satan.
They are of Satan.
Yeah.
Because what's the name? I'm this close. If I use the app a little bit more, Amazon Prime would get their $3 from me.
Really?
Yeah.
Without commercials?
Yeah, they would get their $3 from me. Because it's always like you watching something, and then it's like 2 minutes of commercials.
2 minutes of commercials.
Seriously, bro?
Yeah. It's like right in the middle. It'll be like right in the middle. It's either in the beginning, and you don't have any more commercials, or it's going to be right in the middle of whatever it is you're watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it's just the worst. It doesn't affect the shows that I watch that are from Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So that's fine because you didn't see an ad when we went to go watch The Boys.
No, they because with The Boys, they did the ads in the beginning of the show.
Oh, I didn't even have those.
Yeah.
I did, and I just
wasn't
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they never interrupted the actual show.
Nope.
So that was fine with me.
Yeah. So it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It was fine. Speaking of which, what a show.
Oh my gosh.
What a show.
Oh my gosh. The ending was incredible.
Oh my goodness.
It took me totally by surprise.
Yes.
I was not expecting that. I literally thought they were going to get away. I was like, oh snap, they're gonna get away. They're gonna get away.
Yeah, and I'm like, they're gonna figure out how to,
And at some point next season they would reunite or whatever.
Right.
I'm thinking they're gonna get away. And next thing all this stuff started happening, I'm like, oh heck.
Nobody got away.
Nobody got away. Except for
Butcher.
No, and Starlighter.
And Starlight, yes.
Yeah. Because her
powers came back.
Kicked back in, yeah. And obviously there's been some upgrades.
Yeah.
Because she was able to do something that she'd never done before.
Well, she was learning it.
Yeah.
But she hadn't, right when she was trying to learn how to use her powers to fly, she
kind of like lost them.
Yeah, she lost them.
Yeah.
But now she was just
she like
shot right back up.
Yeah.
So but yeah, what a show.
I like how they're uniting the characters from Gen V
Yes.
into this. I was like, oh,
I was like, okay, so somebody explain to me when, how, like now you're getting me excited for Gen V
Gen V.
because last I checked, you guys were all in an underground bunker,
Yeah.
locked away. So
Yeah.
please explain to me how you all are no longer.
I think Homelander had something to do with that. I'm almost sure he had something to do with that.
Oh yeah, I'm almost sure, but
Yeah.
I'm now waiting to see
Yeah, how that
how
happened.
they play that out. Gen V comes back next year.
Yeah,
So I'm waiting to see how that plays out and how we get to where we are now. Also, Sister Sage.
yeah,
She is my kind of woman
yes, yes.
because sis is really just an agent of chaos. Mm-hmm. And I love her so much.
Oh my gosh, she has been a good character. That was a good ad.
Yes, because most like you said, most villains, right? Most new villains have motives
Yeah,
and reasons for doing what they're doing. Villain arc stories, you know, they have those. Sis said, why? Homelander asked her, why did she do this? And she looked that man in the face and said, I wanted to see if I could.
That was.
And I said, you know what? I like you.
Yeah.
I like you a lot.
Let's see if I
You,
can.
I want to see if I could. What you mean? You just want to be eat? You want to team up?
Yeah.
You want to team up? Because we were having a conversation in the car on the way home, from seeing Deadpool and Wolverine, me, my dad, and Juju, and I was just just asking things to pass the time, and I was just trying to figure out, and we could even play that game here. It was just if you could be, you land right in DC or Marvel, not just talking like just the universe as a whole, not just the cinematic universe, but like the entire span, all characters included, all characters, villains, things included. If you could land in one universe, either the DC or the Marvel universe, where would you land?
Marvel.
Marvel? Yeah. Okay. Would you want to be okay? What did I use for Marvel? Because Batman is DC. Okay. Would you want to be Iron Man Hawkeye superhero or Cap Thor superhero with actual powers?
I'd rather have actual powers.
Actual powers?
Yeah.
And last question, would you be a superhero, a villain, or would you straddle the line?
I think I'd straddle the line.
You straddle the line?
Yeah. No, I take that back. I'd be a villain.
Okay. See? That's why I like you. That's why.
I'd be the villain. Villain is.
Well, no, I didn't. I did say I would. I personally, right? I would straddle. I'm landing in DC. I definitely want to be a villain with powers. I'm gonna be a villain, but not like all the way. It's more like 80-20.
Okay. So you'd be like the anti-hero?
But less hero, more anti.
More anti?
Like 80. That's why I said 80-20. Like 80% of the time, I'm a villain. But every now and then, right? I might throw in some goodwill.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. The interesting thing about Doctor Doom
Okay.
is that it's really weird, the character, because he would never call himself a villain. He would just say, I'm Doom, and I do what I want.
Right.
So he is so far above good and bad that he's like,
Now just imagine put Tony Stark. Just
Yeah,
imagine
yeah,
RDJ
yeah.
putting Tony Stark's swag
into that.
on that cat.
Yeah. it's like I've always thought Doctor Doom was one of the coolest villains that Marvel ever had, because again, he was just so above everything. Because it was like, I am. You say, well, you vile villain. He's like, that's for peons. I'm not a
Yeah, you're like, come on, bro. I'm better than that.
He's like, I'm not a villain. I'm above all of that. He's like, I'm Doom, and I do what I want.
Yeah.
So if he felt like being, like taking something, he took it because he figured it was his, that he deserved it. He could,
Yes.
that he could take it. By that same token, if he felt like throwing you a bone and being beneficent to you, then because it was in his power and in his moment of graciousness to do so,
he did it.
he did it. He's like, I do what I want. It's like, you can't, he said, you can't classify me. Don't classify me. He's like,
Yeah.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
I'm
And that's it.
And that's it.
Oh, that's gonna be really good.
Yeah. He was
It's
always
gonna be really
yeah,
good. And if we're being honest, given the fact that the big six are like pretty much gone, they're gonna have trouble when he actually get to work.
Who, Doom?
No, the Avengers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be more of a problem than Thanos.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because as you said, right? Thanos, in my opinion, wasn't. Again, I will always say I agree with
Yeah.
Thanos.
Again,
his
yeah,
methods were
yeah.
extreme,
Yeah.
but you understood his motivation.
Yeah. He didn't. His motivation, even though it had evil results. But
Yes.
His motivation was not evil.
It wasn't evil.
It
It,
was
wasn't
not.
evil at all.
It was not evil. He thought he was bringing some sort of balance to the universe.
He thought the universe was off kilter,
and he was going to restore the
and
balance.
he needed to restore it
Yeah.
because it wasn't going to do it itself.
Yeah.
Like, he understood that people were not willing to make the sacrifices needed.
In order for the universe to be balanced.
Yes.
So he was.
So
going
he
to
was
help.
like, I got to do this myself.
Yeah.
Whereas, Doom, he just, like you just said, he said he's not evil. He's Doom. Mm-hmm. But there's just more. I don't want to say, like Thanos, as magnificent and massive as he is, very small-minded.
Who?
Thanos.
Okay.
In his motivations.
Really?
Because even in the comics, like the comic reason for him wanting the stones was different than what they actually played
the
out in
movies.
live action.
Yeah.
He was just trying to impress. He was just trying to bag somebody. Like
Yeah.
he
trying
was
to-
trying to impress Death.
Death. Yeah, he was trying.
And he wanted to woo her.
Yeah, he was courting death, literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Courting Death.
Which is kind of crazy in and of itself.
Yeah. I just think, because even when he fought everyone, right? There was, until he had to be pushed, there was a level of mercy Thanos had
Yeah.
that I don't think Dr. Doom
No.
ever had.
No.
Like there's certain strands
Yeah.
of just, he may not be evil, but there are certain, just strands and DNA fibers that he has, I don't think Thanos has,
No.
that I think is going to make him so much more difficult to be, especially because if he is Tony Stark turned into Doom, it's going to be, we've all seen, you've seen Justice League Doom.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally going to be that on steroids.
Yep. That's exactly what I was
It's literally going to be that on steroids.
That's exactly where.
Why? Because the Iron Man in that situation, Batman, had a contingency plan for everyone on the team.
Everybody.
And you cannot explain anything to me that lets me believe Tony did not have the same.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
We got
yeah.
a small glimpse of that
yeah.
when he had the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah.
The Hulk wasn't the only one he had a contingency plan for.
Why did he have exactly what would have been the need for a Hulk Buster unless you had to figure that maybe one day you might have to bust it?
Right.
Yep.
And the difference is, unlike Batman, he might not have the file on him because, one, if you haven't seen that movie, spoiler alert, if you get to the end,
Yeah.
he's talking to Superman after he's left.
It's my favorite. That is my favorite of the movies.
Yeah, like it's so good because after everything happens and he's talking to Superman and he's talking to the Justice League and he's like, "You're crazy if you don't believe that there needs to be something in place in case we all lose it." Mm-hmm. And then Superman is talking to him. They're one-on-one because, of course, that relationship has always been different from the rest of the team. He's like, "So you don't have a file on yourself?" He said, "Of course I do." He was like, "So who do you expect to stop you if ever you go wrong?" He said, "The Justice League."
The absolute arrogance of that whole moment. It's like it would take all of you
to stop me. I'm like, so
the absolute. I love that line. It's like because it's like the absolute arrogance of the whole thing.
Yes,
is that
to say
it's like but going back to
Doom,
going back to Doom, it's almost like he was Doom because it's not like I'm Batman.
Yes.
And it would take all of you
to stop me. Now, mind you, you have not a single other human on the Justice League. I mean, unless you count the half of Cyborg that's still human, you have metahumans, aliens, and literal gods.
Yeah.
And you're saying that you, a human, it would take all of them
to stop you. If you went rogue. Yep.
And honestly, if you watch the movie, it would. Why? Because
exactly.
He already knows how to get rid of all of you. All of you.
Oh my gosh.
So Tony Stark going against the Avengers, same scenario. So should he go rogue, which he will, because he's going to become Doom?
He knows all of their weaknesses. Yep.
He knows how to stop all of you. What are you going to do?
That's going to be like I said, that's going to be.
It's going to be. And
it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. I think, personally, I'm more excited for that than Secret Wars.
Yeah, me too. Yes.
Like Secret Wars, don't get me wrong.
Excuse me.
With the Russos coming back, right? I'm excited for both movies.
That's the other thing I'm excited about is that the Russos
are back.
Are back.
Yeah, y'all saw what they just did with the last two Avengers movies.
Yep. So
and they directed my favorite Captain America movie,
which was
Winter Soldier.
Yep. That is my favorite Captain
That
America.
is my favorite That's honestly one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah. I don't care what time, where I come in. If I turn it on and it's on, I'm sitting and watching it.
Yes. And the crazy part is Cap's not even he's like top 5.
Yeah.
Like favorite Marvel characters, but he's not high in the top 5. But that movie right there, yeah man, that movie's something different.
Yeah.
That movie's something different. And if you got the guys who gave you that, who gave you Infinity War, which left movie theaters speechless in the first in Infinity War, and had grown men bawling in Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call them back.
Yeah, you want them back.
You want them back.
You want that magic.
Yes.
You want that magic.
You need that magic.
Yeah. For real.
For sure.
Yeah.
And with the setup of Deadpool and Wolverine, things are about to happen.
Oh man.
That is going to make it a great time once again to be a comic book fan. Like to be a Marvel movie fan, better days are coming.
Oh, okay.
Deadpool and Wolverine set that off. Better days are ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Which I think was their game plan.
Yeah.
That this was going to be the catalyst to the shift and then maybe getting back to basics.
Yeah.
You know.
Better things are ahead. And I for one am excited to see just how this all plays out. I'm excited again for Marvel movies.
Good.
I haven't been excited for a Marvel movie in a
Me neither. I kind of like
long time.
Like I said, and we said that in a previous pod.
Yeah.
That after Endgame, it left everybody kind of.
Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with the exception of the Spider-Man movies, it kind of left everybody kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman said they want to do another Deadpool and Wolverine movie with Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I saw that. I said, please do.
That would be great.
Please do.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Because I don't know why. I don't know who thought that Spider-Man and Deadpool and like the comics and like the cartoons needed a team up. But I love every time I see them, the two of them together, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You throw Wolverine into the mix,
It's going to be
be wonderful.
Yeah.
Because watching that movie, you would have thought that this was not the first time that the two characters were on screen together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know. I don't think Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have ever worked on anything before.
Not to my knowledge.
So, like, you would even think that that's not the case. Like, this movie has you believing that they've been working together for like almost their entire film, like their entire cinematic career.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, allegedly, they're just that good friends. They're just that.
Oh no! Like
Yeah,
you
really,
could you
yeah,
could
they-
definitely see
yeah.
that because one, them having that picture of when Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman invited Ryan Reynolds to a Christmas party, told him it was an ugly sweater party, and Ryan Reynolds came in an ugly sweater, but it wasn't an ugly sweater Christmas party. So he was the only one in an ugly sweater. The picture that they took, classic. Classic, because Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman have this big smile on his face. And Ryan Reynolds is just standing there grimacing. He's just standing there grimacing. So it's definitely the chemistry
The chemistry is like,
is shown.
yeah.
And I think it makes that movie that much better. But once you see it, I don't care how long it takes. Once you see it, we're gonna come back and talk about it.
Okay.
We're gonna come back and talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that
Man, I had my T-shirts. I had bought 2 T-shirts, man. I was like, I didn't know which one I was going to wear.
yes. I was like,
It's like I
oh
was
man.
it's like I was going to the prom.
When you called, I was like, I was glad that you called because I was like, I never told you what time we were leaving. So I was like, cool, maybe he's calling to ask what time he was leaving. But then after you said, I think you said like, hey nephew or something, and then like your lungs ended up in my hand through the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's not doing good.
Nah, man.
He's not doing good.
Man, and please, I had 2 T-shirts. I already psyched myself. I was like ready. I'll figure out what I'd already figured out what snacks I was going to order or what I was going to.
Yeah. I was ready.
Yeah.
Ready. I was like, I moved I don't know if the couch is over closer because I was like, we was going to have, full panel. Like I had,
we was gonna have a full panel.
I had,
discussion.
I had the other mics out because I was like, this is going to be a thing. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make it work on camera, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
Yeah.
But like, this was going to be a thing. And then when you called, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I was like
Oh,
disappointed. That my whole weekend was shot until I saw the Comic-Con thing.
Yes.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I
this
was
is
talking
incredible.
to my dad. I was like, listen, I said, I don't know what we got to do. There's like there's a drink my mom makes for me whenever I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 50% lemons.
I know what it is. Yeah.
And 50% dark liquor.
Dark liquor. Yeah.
I was about to make that and send it and like bring it next door. Like I was like, whatever we got to do.
I hear you.
I was like, I got some like antibiotic down here. I was like, whatever we got to do to get this man well and healthy, to have him sit in this chair so we could talk about this. I said, because we can't push this off
No.
much. I was like, this
So-
needs to happen immediately.
So when you said it, when you said that, it was already in my head. I was like, we gotta talk about this. We gotta get this on and
Yes.
talk about it before before it gets old.
Right.
And
I was like, I was like, you know what? Let me just call him.
because you can see it at the actual footage from Comic-Con that because when he came in,
Yeah.
you can actually find
Yes.
you can find that
Yeah,
online.
I've seen that post
Yeah.
about 1,000,000
Yeah.
times between right now and
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I've seen that about 1,000,000 times of him
Yeah.
just like pulling off the mask in true Iron Man fashion, like
yeah, and he's standing there in true Iron.
in true Iron Man fashion, but in green.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was like, I would have been losing my mind.
Yeah, man. I was like, and I'm just letting you know. The people I told you my phone was blowing up. I picked up the phone. I was like, listen, what's up? And we was talking about it with one of my frat brothers, and he was like, tell Unc he need to get better because I need to hear his opinion on this. I was like, listen, I will talk to him. I will tell him that he,
Dude, this is
I was like, I said, my plan is to call him tomorrow to make sure to see when we can do this.
like I said, we predicted this. We spoke this into reality a couple of episodes back when we were
Yeah.
saying that this was the direction. This is the direction y'all need to go.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was
was good.
this was fun.
This
We
was
could
good.
just excited. The adrenaline's still going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The I'm excited again.
Yeah. Me too.
To be a Marvel fan.
Yeah. Me too. I'm excited again. Haven't heard any. DC doesn't have anything happening.
Yes, I didn't. If I'm being honest, it all kind of got overshadowed.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I've been able to find recently is that they changed the logo back.
The DC logo.
The DC logo.
Okay.
They went back to a very retro classic look.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the DC logo.
Okay. All right.
But I didn't. They definitely had their moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember seeing much
Oh, okay.
about it. Gonna be honest.
All right. Well, I back, bro.
This was bigger news.
Yes, exactly. Oh, yeah.
This was just much bigger
I was
news.
just, okay. Make mine Marvel.
Yeah, this was just much bigger news. Oh my goodness, I almost spoiled something for you. I'm gonna shut up now. Funny enough though, right? I had my Deadpool and Wolverine t-shirt on, right?
Uh-huh.
So when I was going to the movies with Will and I left the house, I got in the car and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna be this fan? This is
Oh,
the
yeah.
fan you're gonna be." I said, "Yes, this is the fan I'm gonna be today."
Yeah.
We pull up to the theater. As we're pulling up to the theater, there is a gentleman walking into the movie theater in full Wolverine
Are
costume.
you kidding me?
No. In full Wolverine costume.
You had the claws?
Yes.
Oh, snap. Oh,
Full costume.
wow. Wow.
Going to the movies to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's mad.
And I was like, I looked at Will. I said, "Would you rather have this or would you rather have that?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine." And I was like, "Thank you," because I'm like, this is not bad compared. I didn't full costume or this, but it was great though. They were like kids there, and he was taking pictures with the
Oh,
kids
wow.
after the movie
Yeah,
was
yeah.
over. So that part was cool. But yeah, this was fun, and I'm
was
gonna
fun.
shut up now before I say something that I shouldn't.
Okay.
So until the next one,
Till the next one.
we out.
We out.